seeing the sky god Arita as a lady. Mord says that he thought Arita would be a male. Hearing this, Arita turns into male and says, "I only took on an avatar as part of completing the mythological framework. Gender is not a fixed attribute for my existence. When creating offspring, I've always taken a male form, so the records likely described me as such." Mord then asked why he sought him out. Arita says that this is the second time they are meeting. Mord asked, "The second time?" Arita says, "Before you turned back time and gained the power to defy fate, when you were entirely bound to your destiny, I witnessed your ending." Mord gets surprised to hear this. The illegitimate child of the Grand Duke of Vernaz, Mord Vernaz, born at the cost of his mother's life, referred to as the one who devoured his mother to be born. On his 15th birthday, after surviving the awakening of divine blood following his mother's dying wish, Mord went to the Grand Duchy of Vernaz. There, he finally met the ideal he had dreamed of, Hardin, a man connected by blood, but one he could never call father. From the moment Mord met Hardin, he was consumed by longing. He resolved to grow stronger to earn his recognition. Suppressing his guilt over harming others, Mord did whatever it took to become stronger. That was when the silver blood began to take notice of him. During his research into the holy relic of sky god Arita, which he had stolen after killing Luisa Urusgalda, Mord discovered that the blood of the sky god flowed within him. Thus, Mord became a puppet of the Grand Duke, committing countless irredeemable atrocities, such as assassinating his benefactor, Kesney Winsel, with his own hands. The sky Arita continues. He tells Mord that by the time they met, Mord had already lost half of himself. Even though Arita tried to free Mord's mind, but it was far too late. During the ritual to maintain the mental control over Mord, he met his death at the hands of a certain group. That is the ending of Mord Vernaz that the sky god Arita know. Hearing this story from Arita, Mord gets that the group he is talking about is Aiden and his companions. It's the exact same ending he saw through MWDW. Arita then asked Mord who really is he. Mord gets that the sky god Arita is aware that this world has undergone a regression. But even the Arita doesn't know his true identity. Mord maintains his composure and says, "If I'm not Mord, then who could I possibly be?" Arita says, "You are the result. It wasn't you who attempted to rewrite fate. What I can see through you is only the future ending you've reached. The fate beyond that is a realm. Even I am not permitted to witness. You are both my son's descendant and my own descendant. You've entertained me, so I shall grant you a gift." Saying this, Arita spreads his arms, and an immense bright light shines that blinds Mord. Mord returns the world. Before leaving the sky, God tells Mord that one day when he is ready, he will meet him again. Mord returns and asked Lady Luisa how much time has passed. Lucia seems shocked. She asked Mord what is he talking about. Mord asked, "Has time in the current world been suspended during this period? The one who you sought has awakened." Hearing this, Lucia asked, "Are you referring to the blood of the sky god?" She then looks at the dagger and says, "Indeed." It seems the sky god wishes to achieve something through you. Mord tells that it's simply because he inherited the blood of the sky god. Lucia denies this and says, if that were the case, there would have been no need for a revelation instructing us to find you. When a revelation is issued, it always carries significant meaning. Let me restate the reason for me seeking you out. Please allow us, the Erisvan, to assist you in your fight against the Silver Blood. Mord agrees with her and shakes hand, saying that he looked forward to working with her. The scene shifts, and we can see Mord and his party and arrived at the border. The guards there welcome them, asked if he is Mord. Mord replies, yes. The man introduces himself as Count Kelpas. Mord asked when the body handover will take place. Kelpas says IT will start soon, as the Orna's group is nearly here. The gates are opened. Kelpis tells Mord that after he gets on the other side of the wall, he will meet the Orna's group there. Now Mord and Orna's family stands face to face. Standing in front of Mord is Sorkal Ornas. Sorkal Ornas approaches Mord and says he is much younger than he expected. He then tells Mord that there's only one reason he called him. He wanted to clearly see the face of the man who killed his brother. Sorkal then asked Mord what was his brother's final moments like. Mord speak, he says, so you must be Sorkal Ornas. Your brother met his end with dignity. So did Mil Ornas and Tefa Ornas. They were enemies, but they were worthy of respect. After that, they starts to hand over the coffins to the Ornas family. At that time, a magic bird comes and sits on Mord's shoulder. This is an information spirit. Mord wonders why this spirit has come here. The bird delivers some news to Mord that shocked him. Mord then tells everyone to evacuate this place immediately. Sorkal asked, what is he taking about? At that instant, the ground starts to shake vigorously. Mord shouts and says, it's a trap set by the Silver Blood. Everyone get out now! On the other hand, Lucia is fighting with the Sliver Blood. She kills all of them, leaving Carrion. Carrion is in a terrible state. He tells Lucia that she is impressive even after fighting with them. She managed to scent the information spirit. This is what Carrion expected from the Heavenly Sword. However, Carrion tells Lucia that her efforts are a waste of time as they have been working for this trap for a long time, and with Sorkal Ornas caught up in it, it's even more perfect. Carrion laughs and says, Louisa, that little brat from back then has grown enough to face me now. Hearing this, Lucia beheads him. However, it turns out that this is a puppet of Carrion. Louisa gets tensed and wonders what Carrion is actually planning. On the other side, everyone had fallen into a dungeon. Sorkal is the last to regain his consciousness. As he gets up, he sees his party members are guarding him, and Mord's party is standing in front of them. Sorkal asked Mord, why haven't they done anything? Mord replies that he didn't meet him to fight today. Thinking that Mord warned them before falling into the dungeon, Sorkal takes Mord's words as truth. He then asked Murad if he know anything about this dungeon. Before answering, Mord asked Sorkal if he know about the Silver Blood. I do. They've been contacting me since last year, asking if I'd become an executive, Sorkal replies. This shocked Mord. However, this makes sense. The Silver Blood would be more aggressive with the Orna's ducal house. Since Sir Ilden is connected to the Verna's ducal house, it'd be trickier for them to pull their stunts. Mord then says, the Silver Blood will do anything to achieve their goals. They accept those with divine blood like you into their ranks, but at the same time they also hunt divine blood. I was one of their targets, which is why they lured me into this trap. Sorkal gets up and asked, so we got collide up in an attack meant for you? Mord tells them that, judging by how they targeted the moment they met, it seems there's another motive. If an incident occurs during a gathering meant to honor the Verna's ducal house and the Ornid Great House, the relationship between the two factions will only worsen. Saying this, Mord asked Sorkal what he plans to do now. What are you asking? Sorkal questioned. Mord replies, you have two options. First, we team up to clear this dungeon. Second, we clear the dungeon separately. Hearing this, Sorkal makes a serious look and says, either way, it's risky. Should I just eliminate you both now instead? Mord also replies in a serious way, if you want to fight to avenge your brother, I'll accept it. After that, they both take a pause. Sorkal speaks first and says, fine. Until we get out of this dungeon, we'll work together. Meeting you today was only to confirm my enemy not to exact revenge, but that only applies to today. Mord also agrees and says they should start moving. At that instance, a voice comes. How surprising. Two sworn enemies forming temporary alliance. This man is hiding somewhere. Mord and Sorkal can't see him or figure out his location. However, the man can clearly see them from a veil. The man further says, I'll share something interesting with you. This dungeon was created by a certain race of gods to cull their own members, ensuring only the strongest became warriors. And, for those who die here, their bodies become nourishment for the survivors. The blessing from those sacrifices strengthens the ones who remain. Knowing this, can you really trust each other enough to fight side by side? Hearing this, Sorkul tells the man, It's ridiculous. What do you take me for? Someone unworthy of becoming the heir to the Ornis great house? I don't need to kill Mord Vernus directly. I just need to hunt you down wherever you're hiding and grow stronger. Listening this, the man glares and says, You're just as arrogant as they say Sorkul Orna's fine. Against someone as overconfident as you, I'll send a special gift. Let's see how well you handle this. As the man says this, a giant golem appears in front of them. Seeing this, Sorkul says, Mord. Just to be clear, I'd rather you avoid holding back your skills or hiding your strength. I am going all out to kill that bastard who trapped us in this dungeon. Saying this, Sorkul active his divine blood and gets ready to fight. Mord also didn't fall behind. He releases his aura and gets ready to fight. The both of them then tells the Silver Blood member to wait for them a little longer. Saying this, both of them rush to attack the golem.